Hey, Spruce.
Yes. What's on your mind?
I was just wondering, what would you suggest to help me to have a better life?
That's a big question. Somewhat on what's most important to you, but generally, focusing on self care, maintaining strong relationships, and setting meaningful goals can be great places to start. What areas of your life do you feel could use a boost?
Maybe working on meaningful relationships.
Building strong relationships can be so fulfilling. Maybe start by spending more quality time with loved ones, expressing appreciation, and really listening to them. Small gestures often make a big difference. Is there someone specific you want to reconnect with?
My son, I never hear from my son. And I mean, we do Facebook messaging and stuff for sharing videos, but my son is getting ready to turn 30 this year, and I would like to know how to tap into him more.
That's a big milestone. You might start by sharing a heartfelt message about how proud you are and what he means to you. Maybe plan a special activity or chat about his interests. Just letting him know you want to connect more can open the door. Do you think he'd enjoy something like that?
I think so.
That sounds like a great idea. Taking that first step might feel challenging, but it's definitely worth it. Just be open and genuine, and I'm sure your son will appreciate the effort.
I appreciate that, Spruce.
You're welcome. I'm always here if you need more support.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye.
What's up, my friends? Now, I wanted to use the ChatGPT just to give you an idea. Like, there are some people that are afraid of using technology. So I wanted to give you an idea of how cool it is. This is Tracy Allen, aka the Cremation Lady. And like I said, I like to talk to you guys about not just pre-planning, but that dash, the life that we're living now, how to live it the best way that we can. So that was very impromptu. I really wasn't sure what I was going to ask, but I wanted to just kind of roll with whatever came to my brain. And so in ChatGPT, you can change out the voice, have a different voice that you would prefer to have. I think they've only got maybe 10 or so, something like that. I enjoy a nice, sexy male voice every now and then. Yes, I have my beloved, but I don't get a chance to talk to him that much. He's at work, I'm at work. So yeah, when I talk to ChatGPT, I got that male voice. Sounds smooth, didn't it? And I remember the first time that I played, my son and I, we were going somewhere years ago, and we were all still getting used to the GPS. And I had switched mine from a female's voice to a male's voice. And so my son was riding in the car with me, and he was like, wait, what? What just happened? And I said, yeah, I changed it to a male's voice. That voice wasn't as sexy as this one's was, but you get the point. So I love using technology, and I wanted to make sure that I share with you how I'm using it. I use ChatGPT to come up with ideas to talk with you guys, different ways of being able to market. Being in this business, this is not an easy business because a lot of people want to, tune out and just not hear anything about what it is that I have to say regarding pre-planning. But it needs to be talked about just as sure as, like I always talk about, even if you have life insurance, this is something that you still should talk about. Life insurance is, most people put that in place to take care of their families after they're gone. So this is the important part that's needed because the body got to be picked up, and then the death certificates and all of that stuff have to happen before people get the life insurance. So I'm just saying, I'm here in California able to help those who want to find out more how this works. But back to ChatGPT and technology. While you're still alive and while you have the opportunity to explore some of the things that are out, take a deep breath and do it. I know it gets a bit scary, and I get scared too when I think about all of the jobs that can be disappearing because of technology. We've got, you go into the fast food restaurants now, and they've got the kiosk that they want you to use instead of actually going up to the counter and getting a friendly smile. Not that that's happened that much in the recent years, but nonetheless, you're not going to go up to the counter as much and be able to communicate with a live person. Same with banks. You go into the bank, and now a lot of times they don't want you to communicate with the teller without paying a fee. So then you wind up having to go over to the kiosk. So I see where a lot of this is going. And yes, it is frightening. But at the same time, we have to take it day by day, step by step, and just kind of roll with some things and adapt, because it is here. And if you're too afraid to use it, you fall way behind. And so I remember the first time seeing someone on YouTube do what I just did for you. She spoke into that ChatGPT and it just had a conversation. And I was like, what? That's how that works? So I hope that this little, exercise has helped you to feel a little bit more comfortable, a little more confident. I mean, really, you can have some deep conversations with ChatGPT. You got to pay for it. They have the free version where you're limited to so many questions, and I don't know, whatever. I just one day was like, look, I don't want to keep being limited. And it's not like I'm doing it every day, but I wanted to go ahead and pay the $20 a month. And I know that there's other apps out there, but right now I'm just with the ChatGPT. But I pay the $20 a month, and I'm able to manage well with that. And, it just gives me a lot of great ideas when it comes to what should I say for an email? How should I follow up with this person? What should I say to reach out to a company? All the questions that I may have in terms of how to do business, it has some great answers. And so I use it now. And I tell other people, use it, have fun with it. And that's what you should do with everything that comes out, everything new that comes out. Don't put the pressure on yourself to make it where it's mandatory for you to use right away. If it's something like ChatGPT, go in and just have some fun with it. I still remember when the internet first got started. Yes, I'm going to take you way back, a little bit way back, right? I'm going to go even further back. I'm going to go back to my Navy days. When I was in the Navy, I was in communications. My job was dealing with classified documents, teletype equipment, sending message traffic out to the ships out at sea around the world. This is before the internet. And it wasn't until I got out that I realized that I was actually kind of dealing with the internet before the internet. Because in order to send these messages out, you had to type on what was called a teletype machine. And you had to keep up the signal. If you lost the signal, then you had to start over. So you would type and you had to think of everything that you had to say. Then let's say you got to a point where you couldn't, you needed to think for a minute. Well, then there was a key that you would tap because that would keep the signal going. So I'd have to think sometimes. Okay, I know what the rest of it is that I have to say. Then I'd go ahead and I'd type. Now, when I was in the Navy and I'm doing this, right? But I remember, just as I was about to get out, they were saying, we're getting ready to go to computers. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I'm getting out because I don't know anything about computers. And I don't want to know anything about computers. And lo and behold, where are we now? Nothing but computers. And then when I got married and my husband was talking about getting a computer, this was back in the early 90s. And he said he wanted to get a computer. I said, oh, right now we can't afford that. Let's just wait. And he went ahead and got a computer. And I was like, what? You went against me and you got a computer anyway? But who used it all the time? I was on there all the time. And the first thing that I started doing once there was the internet, after the long beep and all of this here stuff, oh my gosh, anyone that's my age and even a little younger, y'all remember those annoying sounds to get the internet started. But I would go to websites and I would just type any random word. red.com, sky.com. And I was always amazed because there would be a website that would pop up and I was like, look. And I'd say to my husband, look, there's this website right here. But child, I remember the first time I started learning about Craigslist, and I went to Craigslist. Craigslist is .org, but at that time, I mistakenly went to Craigslist.com. And back at the beginning of the internet, a lot of porn sites would copy other companies, like a company might have a .com, and then the porn site would make it .net, or if a company had a .net or a .org, the porn site would make it a .com. So if you forgot, Craigslist.com, bam, you're seeing some stuff that you might not want to see, especially if you got children around, right? So they've changed all of that. A lot of things have been fixed over the years, but I'm just kind of sharing with you how, you sometimes have to just dive into technology, take it slow, have a little fun with it, because at some point it's really going to be the thing. And one more quick story. When back in the day, voicemail had just come out. I'm telling you, going way back. Voicemail had just come out. And I remember this one lady, she was adamant about, I'm not going to be talking to no machine. If the person don't answer the phone, I just won't leave a message. I don't know. I'm not going to talk to a machine. And now that's all people do. When I'm calling people that have requested information, I get their voicemail. And a lot of people will do the same thing that I do. I will monitor. If you leave a voicemail message and it makes sense, then I'll get back to you. If you don't leave a voicemail message, I won't call you back. If you leave a voicemail message and it's legit, I got you. But if you leave a voicemail message about some marketing stuff, I might not call you back. So that's where we are, right? So we use technology, and technology is used in everything now. So yes, I am in the funeral industry. I'm in the cremation industry specifically, but it's still used in this industry as well. So don't be afraid. That's my message today. Don't be afraid to use the technology. Have fun and just get comfortable, because we're in it, y'all. We're in it. That's it. You have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Help me out. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you another time. Ciao for now.